coming up next. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. And a look at the injury situation. A lot of bodies absent for this team tonight, including a big name. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Brown, Harden out there with Green. Then it's Jordan, and it's Irving at the point. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5 spot.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Brown dishes to Green. Back to Brown. Taken away by Holiday. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Unable to get that one. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. Irving with it. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I know Kyrie is not the biggest guy on the floor, but he is built to take that kind of contact.
Holiday, no one around him. No good on the triple. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden the pass to Green. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Irving against Holiday. Irving kicks to Harden. 5 on the clock.
Good hustle from the big man there. Love seeing Lopez work hard, get down low, make a difference on this end.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Harden outside. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And he makes good on the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here is Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Harden scanning the floor. Brown outside. Back to Harden. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Giannis grabs the miss. The Bucks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Middleton with it. Picked up by Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
It's weird to say it, but the sheer length of Giannis can put the defense in a really bad position. So hard to defend without fouling.
Some changes for Brooklyn. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Blake Griffin comes in for Jeff Green. And Harris subbed in for James Harden. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
And it's in there. Antetokounmpo's got 10 points in the game. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on. Here's Irving. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot from deep three-point range. Irving can't get it to go. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. And Griffin sends it back.
Great to see Griffin going hard on the defensive end. Rejections like that are crucial to his development.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Here's Portis. The putback. Giannis on the follow.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Irving finds Aldridge. And Harris wide open. He shoots off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up. Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. 7 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Holiday. And so it's Milwaukee going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've been... Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of...
I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid,
And great playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
Defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Aldridge out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the 2. And here's Holiday. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. Portis. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets trail by 6, and the whistle blows. It'll be on Pat Connaughton. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Harden dishes to Aldridge. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Harden against Holiday. Portis trying to free himself. Basket good. Holiday's got his first bucket in this one.
Drew's got such a great build. 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now, here is Harden. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. No good with the layup. Here's Connaughton. The pass to Tucker. Holiday surveying the floor. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Well, you love to see that strong move, and he just took command. Defense way too late to stop that.
Harden against Holiday, and it's good for 2. Harden's got 6 points.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Holiday attacking, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Here's Harden. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Holiday, the pass to Tucker. Here is Forbes. Takes a three. That one misses. The Nets go the other way with it, and there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Chris Middleton comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Drew Holiday. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And Irving subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And that one's good from Connaughton.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Harris kicks to Harden. Pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. The kick out to Irving. Offline with his three. Bucks leading by 8. Middleton with it, and it's Harden picking him up. Here's Connaughton. The quick look, no good that time. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 1:14 left in the second quarter. And the Nets miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Kicks it down to Middleton. From the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Irving attacking, uses the glass to finish the layup.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Here's DiVincenzo. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. Middleton can't get it to go. Nets trail by 9. Luwawu, the pass to Irving. Fires from deep. Rebound, Milwaukee. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Pass to Giannis. Let's go. Offensive rebound. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 16 points. Thanks for joining.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3. DiVincenzo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yep, that's a great look from Giannis there.
Nets trail by 13.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1. Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively. Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. Every night there's something that Giannis does on the floor where you just have to put your hands on your head. Wow, what a move.
Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass. Irving's got 6.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Lopez. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Antetokounmpo inside. He's against Green.
More and more it's about the maturation process of Giannis and his game. Learning now how to sell defenders with pump fakes.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Portis comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Brown. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside Irving. Shot clock at 5. Jordan kicks to Harris. And a miss there on the triple.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Harris. Nets trail by 15. Now Irving shakes him. And Griffin with the layup. 6 points for Blake Griffin. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well, I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Middleton outside. 1:52 left in the third quarter. The tray. The rebound by Luwawu.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And the basket by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Outside Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. .110 left in the third quarter. Chioza passes to Harden. That one falls. That's 12 points for James Harden.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
DiVincenzo with it. Portis in the post. Aldridge is covering. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And here's Harden. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DiVincenzo. Over to the left wing. Middleton can't get it to go. Here's Griffin. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, offensive rebounds are about effort, and Blake Griffin showing it there.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the game right now. That free throw good from Griffin. Outside Holiday. Just 3 on the clock, and the layup is up and in. Holiday's got 8.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
And so it's Milwaukee holding. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Luwawu round out there with Harden. Then there's Green, and it's Claxton in at the center position. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Nets trail by 8. Now Harden. The three-pointer, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Good work there as it goes.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Harden the pass to Claxton. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Brooklyn. Griffin comes in for Green. Harden dishes to Aldridge. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee leading by 8.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Antetokounmpo. Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. It's Harden with the drive.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Harden with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Back to Harden. Beyond the arc. Bangs home the trifecta.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
Now here is Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Irving. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Now just a 5-point Bucks lead. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. Back to Connaughton. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Harden outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now just a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Giannis left side.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad you can't release that one on target.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Bucks making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And the Nets also making a change. Jordan's checked in. Irving against Holiday. Here's Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. On its way from Irving for 2. Here's Jordan in the corner. Harden and a wide open look for Irving. And he hits it to tie the game up. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half. So Mike Budenholzer decides to take a timeout here. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, James Harden.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Aldridge misses.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. It's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
For 3, Harris. The shot that time, not on target. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Giannis is double. Pass to Portis. Here's Forbes. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
It falls.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. "15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Middleton on the wing. Back to DiVincenzo. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
Now we can talk about it over and over again. Antetokounmpo combines size and versatility in ways we just haven't seen, at least up until the Greek Freak's arrival.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 6. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Look, tough proposition here. They've got to knock down a 3, foul, hope for some misses, then make another 3. I would not hold out much hope.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. And let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players scratched from the game. If you're one of the healthy players, you're going to get all you can eat.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Green. And it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, they've got Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in a 2-guard.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. George, no good. Here's Irving. Drops in the layup for 2.
Out in transition, Kyrie finds his spot down the court. Finishes the job.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's George finishing it off.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam. Now, here is Irving. Passes it to Harden. Misses the 3. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Harris outside. Here's the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
George against Irving. From deep. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Ball going up court. George finds Zubac. A nice shot by George. George has got his second bucket tonight.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Irving passes to Jordan. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
George from deep three-point land. That doesn't go either for George.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Irving, good.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's George. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. You know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable. Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
They've had better patience, better shot selection so far, but we still have a long way to go.
Now, here is George. He has 7. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got 10.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Now, here is Harden. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. The shot's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Clippers trail by 7.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here is Harden after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Out to Harris. Launches a 3. Rondo with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 5-point game. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harden against Rondo. The shot missing. The Nets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Free throw good. James Harden.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And the shot goes down. Rondo's got his second bucket.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
From deep, Harden. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the...
And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And
yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Patrick Patterson, and it's man in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Here's man. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Luke Kennard. Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Green comes in for James Harden. And an intentional foul right there.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a switch here. George is checked in. To the middle. Here's Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Jordan's got his second basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's George. The rebound by the Nets. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Brooklyn leading by 9. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside Irving. Again, the Nets for 2.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
George against Brown. George looking over the floor. Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. And taken away by Brown. Here's Green. Oh, that's blocked. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
And the Clippers making a change here. Morris is checked in. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Stolen by Jackson. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Quarter 2, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Jordan, great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 11.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside, George. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Irving from long range. Rebounded by Jackson. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Irving passes to Jordan. Out to Harris. Clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And the wide open shot from Green. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 9.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Irving against Jackson. Irving looking over the floor. Jordan the pass to Irving. Stolen by Jackson. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. George has got the ball, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass, and the great hands on the catch.
Irving, good. Irving's got 8 points.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Leonard on the wing. There's 37 seconds left in the first half of the game. And Jordan sends it back.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Nets passing it around. Irving finds Harris. The three. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night. Clippers trail by 10. Outside, George. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. Eight seconds left in the first half. Batum, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
And so it's Brooklyn ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. Amped up and ready off the tip. And
we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Harden. Then there's Harris. And it's Irving in at the shooting guard position.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And here's George for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Irving missing. Clippers trail by 11. Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. George has got 16 points.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Jackson. For 3, Harris.
You got it. Come on.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. George against Irving. And it's George finishing it off.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Harden with it. He's got 8. Now the pass to Irving. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 4th assist in this one.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Harris, right side. Outside Jordan. Here's Griffin. Back to Jordan. Over Leonard. Kicks it out to Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Bucket is good. Harden's got 11 points.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Stolen by Harden. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Brown throws it down.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Batum against Griffin. Batum passes to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
Harden against Rondo. The kick out to Aldridge. And it's off from 3-point range. Clippers trail by 8. Kennard, the pass to Batum. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Great look, but off the mark. Brooklyn's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Aldridge, no luck.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
32 seconds left to play in the third. Patterson can't get it to go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And a deep 3 from Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing here by 8. They shoot again. Pass to Kennard. And at last, they get one to fall. Kennard's got his first 2 points. Batum with the steal. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Patrick Patterson is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Jackson, and it's Mann in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Jackson against Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Tipped away. Harris with it. Guarded now by Patrick Patterson. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Bruce Brown. He's checked in for Brooklyn. Irving against George. Outside Irving. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Nets lead by 8.
And they continue to control the glass.
And here's George for 3. Drills it from outside. George has got 21.
That's his second three-pointer of the night, one in each half, trying to keep the defense honest.
Irving passes to Aldridge. He's off on that one, and the Clippers will go the other way with it.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And he commits the intentional foul. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. George against Brown. Outside Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He gets it in there.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Now Irving. To the paint. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Irving against George. Passes to Aldridge. Fires from 18. And he overshot that one, missing.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Nets. James Harden. He's checked in for Bruce Brown. Outside, George. Pass to Leonard. To take the lead. 2 free throws coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Harden against George. Harden dishes to Aldridge. Back to Harden. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game. George, that's a 2-pointer. Almost, but it rolls out. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
Oh, just got too aggressive. You've got to play smart. Got to it on the way down. And that's a big whistle.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Jackson. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Griffin in for Nicholas Claxton. George with no one around. A 3-pointer is right on target. George has got the lead up to 2 now for Los Angeles. Outside Irving. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. LA has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Outside, George. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Batum. From deep. And it's George missing.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Got it.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Now, here is George. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's his first foul. Here's Leonard. Money!
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Outside Irving. To the middle. There's the pass to Harden. For the win. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. And coming to you today from Portland, we are near.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Green, and it's Harris in at the 3. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. Now here is Harris. And the rebound by Nurkic.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Harden against Lillard. And good that time. Lillard's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Trailblazers. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn, and that one's good. Lillard.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
Harden right side. In the corner, Irving with it. Over McCollum. Irving can't get it to go.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Three-pointer, Lillard. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
No good from Irving. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Now here's Jordan. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, you're having a tough time trying to tie down DeAndre Jordan. This guy is a powerful force who knows how to convert.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Lillard from deep three-point land. A rebound by the Nets.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Harden scanning the floor. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. McCollum kicks to Nurkic, and the pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
You've got to be able to manipulate pick and roll. Norman Powell taking what the defense gives him. That's really nice.
Harden outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Then for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. And it's Bruce Brown in for Joe Harris. Here's McCollum following the bucket by the Nets. And the rejection by Harden. And a wide open look for Irving. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's McCollum. And Jones slams it home.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And Brooklyn has possession after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Just 5 on the clock. Aldridge misses off the left iron.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And the basket by McCollum.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Harden can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 5. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum trying to get open.
And already, they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Griffin's checked in for the Nets. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. And the shot is good.
Yeah, and no one's ever questioned the desire. Griffin using his strength and explosiveness to make good on the second chance opportunities.
Now here's Cantor. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. On the wing, Jones. Shoots over Brown. Jones, no luck.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
They get it back.
Some of the best point guards are sneaky good rebounders. Kyrie doing work on the glass right there.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Trailblazers. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
They've got Derek Jones. Anthony out there with Ennis Cantor. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Powell for three. No good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Brown with the bounce pass. Griffin passes to Irving. Back to Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those. Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Here's Simons. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here is Irving. And that one, good. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for Brooklyn.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's James Harden in for Irving. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Joe Harris. And Luwawu subbed in for Bruce Brown. Lillard against Harden.
Oh, what a dunk! Look out below!
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Harden outside. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard with no one around. McCollum outside. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. McCollum's got his second basket. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Portland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Covington finds Nurkic. Here's Lillard, and Lillard throws it down.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Now here's Harden. 7 points in the game, and they get it. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Nets trail by 3. Right side, Jordan, stolen by McCollum. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. He gets that one.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Harden kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. Lillard against Harden. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw good from Harden.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Passes it to Jones. Back to Lillard. Over Harden. Misses off the right iron. And so it's Damian Lillard making things. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a slim. And that.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in at the power forward. On its way from Irving for 2. Back to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
Lillard looking around. And Lillard gets double teamed. Powell, no one around him, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Irving against McCollum. Nurkic with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. The rebound by the Nets. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The drive by Green, and a deep 3 from Irving. And the 3 ball is good. Irving's got 9.
Now, don't sleep on Kyrie Irving's perimeter game. Yes, he can get inside and score at will, but boy, you better check that jumper.
Irving against Lillard. Good on the bucket. 17 points in the game.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
5 to shoot. Here's Irving. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Lillard outside. Shoots the 3. Kept alive.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here is Irving. He's got 13. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard against Brown. Nurkic can't hit. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. Jordan trying to free himself up. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Irving against Lillard. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Lillard from outside, nailed from three-point land. Lillard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Trailblazers. Irving looking over the floor. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. Buries the long-range jumper.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
After hitting only 1 from downtown in the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
Inside, here's Jordan. The kick out to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Round the pass to Harris. Here's Irving. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Now, here's Lillard. 26 points for him. Outside Irving. Releases from 15. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Goes up on the high post. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Lillard's got 13 points now in the quarter. Tries it from 19, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been... Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Nets with the lead. We've got Damian Lillard. Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Harden, basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Nets leading by 3. Chioza passes to Aldridge. 2 points. That one goes. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
Lillard attacking. Count that one.
And, you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And for Brooklyn, their shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. The deep 3 from Harden. And the Nets, another 3.
And without a doubt, one of the most advanced scorers this game has ever seen. Harden can do damage from just about anywhere.
And it's Lillard missing. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Nets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. That one goes. Just count it. And now an 8-point Nets lead.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Now, here is Harden. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Here's Aldridge. And the shot is long. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
You know, power and finesse. That is the essence of Carmelo Anthony's offensive brilliance.
And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Harden, and Jones sends it back. And Lillard gets it to go.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Harden outside. .152 left in the fourth quarter. The layup off target. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
That ties it up.
Wow, the maturation of Enes Kanter, so fun to watch. The comfortability in a big-time moment. Love it.
Now, here is Harden. And it's Harden slamming it down.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Lillard from outside buries it from three-point range. Lillard's got 37.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Harden the pass to Chiozza. It's Harden with the drive. Rebounded by Anthony. And here's Portland. They're on an 11-2 run. Here's Jones. And they call the foul. So the coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Now, here's Lillard. Down low. Kanter. Count it!
Boy, Enes Kanter's willingness to be the guy to take over in a critical stretch, so impressive.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
Back to Irving. The three from Harden. He's off from three. Good.
Absolutely fearless. DJ, go to work.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
The tray. No good. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean,
And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Green is out there with Harris. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Jordan in at the center position. Back to Harden. Green, the pass to Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 2 terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. Here's Irving following the basket by Giannis. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Excellent off-ball awareness as Brook was able to get over there and swat it away.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Irving.
Good defense from Holiday. I like when he uses his speed on that end of the floor, making the release uncomfortable.
Middleton the pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. For the 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Pass to Giannis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jeff Green picks one up.
Well, Antetokounmpo does such a great job of using all he has at his disposal, which is mostly his frame in drawing contact.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Outside Irving, back to Harden. Makes it off the glass.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Holiday looking for an opening. Kicks it down to Middleton. To the inside, Lopez. Great D that time from Jordan. For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. From downtown. Rebounded by the Nets. Lopez with the steal. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Can't connect from short range.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Harden against Holiday. Dishes to Lopez. The kick out to Holiday. And again, the Bucks miss. Brooklyn leading by 7. For 3, Harris. That shot, no good. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Harden has a wide-open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Harden's got 5 now.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Giannis inside. He's against Green. And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Good on the shot. 6 points for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Holiday. to stop the drought, and it's good on the way in.
Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 5. Passes it to Irving. From the baseline. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Outside Holiday. Bobbed up there for Lopez. It's stolen by Harris. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Harden outside. Green deciding where to go with it. Jordan high post. The kick out to Irving. Clock at 6. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I don't know, 2 strides, 3 strides, what was that? Giannis covering some ground.
Back to Harden. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They have made it. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say.
I think the most important lesson that I got is that you got to finish the job. You got to get it done. But I'm just, I'm happy from all that experience that we learned.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
They've got Griffin. Tyler Johnson is out there with Brown. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Forbes the pass to Tucker. Over Griffin. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Brooklyn leading by 10. Here's Brown. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here is Forbes, defended by Griffin. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Johnson, the pass to Luwawu. Feeds to Griffin. Tries yet again. And stolen by Portis. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA, and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Defended by Griffin. Antetokounmpo against Griffin. Here's Portis. Another shot. And that one is off. The Nets go the other way with it. Tucker with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. Here's Portis. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Portis has got his first bucket of the night. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Now, here is Harden. He's got 7. Right side, Griffin. Aldridge left side. Unloads from 13. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Count it good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here is Forbes. He's got 5. Here's Connaughton, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Harris comes in for Blake Griffin. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Irving looking over the floor. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Giannis outside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, not only being just an all-around more improved player, Giannis has taken some huge strides in terms of building his body up.
Now Harden, he's got 7. The pass to Jordan. Lopez with the steal. And so it's Brooklyn holding on to. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Kyrie Irving was red hot to start the first. He had 10 points, 3 assists. And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The 3rd quarter just about to get started.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center.
Now, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup. That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And here's Harden. On the wing, Irving. Right at the free throw line. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Giannis bringing it down, using that sensational length to get that finish.
Outside, Green. Stolen by Middleton. Oh, and here comes Holiday all alone. And Giannis throws it down.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
3rd quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Harden dishes to Jordan. Back to Harden. From down in the low post, it goes. Harden's got 9.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Irving with it. He's got 10. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Here's Giannis, and Giannis throws it down.
Yeah, Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, just terrorizing the D.
Irving drives in. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Holiday trying to get open as Lopez. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut back down to 2 at those points from Holiday. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Irving attacking. Jordan kicks to Irving. Jordan trying to free himself up. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but he's willing to rip that rim off.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Harden way outside. That shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way. Goes up. And Giannis gets it to go on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one. Here is Harden. 9 points in the game so far. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. A 2-point game. For the lead, Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Irving.
I feel like Kyrie is...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double-checking, and the game continues on.
And a new group in for the Nets. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Jordan. Griffin comes in for Green. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Aldridge against Portis. Pass to Nora. Back to Portis. 6 to shoot. Over Aldridge. Portis can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
Interesting to see how LaMarcus Aldridge has embraced more and more of a leadership role with this team. He knows he has what it takes to guide this team to higher heights.
Pass to Portis. Over Aldridge. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with their lead standing. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Brown out there with Irving. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Griffin. And it's Claxton in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Aldridge double teamed to the right side. All sorts of time. Count it.
Well, he's been around the block a few years. Aldridge added that J a few seasons ago, has stuck with it, a big part of his staple.
Holiday against Irving. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Drew Holiday.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Now Irving. He dishes it to Brown. Right side Aldridge. The kick out to Brown. And here is Portis. The pass to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's sent back by. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. Here is Forbes from the arc. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Tucker. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And we could have been looking at a 2-possession game, but that was a huge mistake on the turnover. Now, nerves becoming a factor.
Here's Harden, and it's Harden slamming it down.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. See if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Here's Harden, out to Harris. Launches a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Nets lead by 5.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite-level passer.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Lopez controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Claxton. Pass to Harden. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
That free throw good from Harden.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
And Holiday kicks to Antetokounmpo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Giannis has got 27.
Big time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Harden surveying the D. Pass to Irving. And another basket to his impressive total. It's his 9th against 12 attempts.
And how about the poise from Kyrie Irving? These are the moments he lives for.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Milwaukee the rebound. That shot off the mark. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And so they foul intentionally. Gets the first. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017. Won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Harden with it. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll Jackson in at the point, and for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. Now, here is Harden, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Irving dishes to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And it's George missing. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Harden the pass to Jordan. No good that time. Excellent D there from George. And it's the Clippers ball. Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Pushing the action. Always working for the best shot. Nice drive by Kawhi.
Here is Harden. Outside Irving. A baseline J. The putback. Rebound by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Green finds Harris. From deep. And the Nets miss again.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's George missing. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Harden draws the double. Outside Green. Back to Harden. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
Irving against Leonard. And it's sent back by Leonard. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's Harden with the drive.
Oh! Wow. And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
And there's the pass to Zubac. Back to George. .158 left to play in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Up again, and Leonard stays with it. Leonard's got 10 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Harden. That shot misses. And the Clippers will come the other way. Leonard attacking. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
That's lit right there, courtesy of Kawhi's natural explosiveness.
Harden draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And here is Los Angeles now. Clippers leading by 8. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And the shot goes in. 14 points for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Harden kicks to Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Oh, wow. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Griffin's checked in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Zubats. Leonard, no luck. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. That free throw, no good.
Shooting for Brooklyn, James Harden.
And the second free throw, good. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first. Leonard on the wing. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Trains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 19 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Harden against Rondo. Here's Aldridge. Rebound by the Clippers.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. Back right after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Ivica Zubats. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. And it's Brown missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Zubats the best of man. Zubats with it. Picked up by Aldridge. Just his first attempt. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. There's the three. Man can't hit. Nets trail by 13. Here's Harden. And he dunks it right on Patrick. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The layup missed. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. How the passion in New York is a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for James Harden. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Irving against Morris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
The smaller guys want to get into the body when they get inside. Get into the line, a good outcome for Kyrie. He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Here's George. Basket made, just his second this contest. He's 2 for 7 now.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Outside for Griffin. Back to Irving. Morris with the block.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Pass to Leonard. It's George on the wing. There's the dish to Patterson. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. And it's George missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Irving looking over the floor. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Pass to George. Good on the triple. George has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
And we talk about George's confidence. When you have that kind of range, you should be confident.
Irving from long range. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. For the finish, and George with the stuff.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court, and then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Passes it to Griffin. He kicks to Irving. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Outside, George. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. George has got 12.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. Another miss by Irving.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Nobody near George. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Silky smooth stroke. Nice touch. Paul George is a terrific jump shooter.
And so it's Los Angeles, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the...
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie John. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with 19 points. And that does it for our half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Luwawu. Green is out there with Jordan. Then it's Harden. And it's Chioza in at the point guard position. Here is Harden. Paul George making his last shot. It's stolen. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And then George with the jam.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Inside, stolen by George. And the Clippers another fast break opportunity here. Yep, that one goes. Coffey's got his first basket.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
George against Harden. Excellent D there from George.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Beyond the arc. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Harden outside. That one's off, still out of sync.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Outside, George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He is starting to build up a little confidence. Hit just 1 3 in the entire first half, but he has hit 2 more since then.
Harden against George. Harden, no good.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
George, no good. And here's Chioza. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And now another look at that mobile one block defensive performance.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 10 points.
And that's a nice job defensively from Harden. I mean, he's capable of these kinds of plays when the guy is engaged and active.
Now, here's George. 24 points for him. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss, and Zubac picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Leonard in for Paul George. Here's Harden. Jordan trying to free himself up, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Harris.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Leonard on the wing, guarded by Harris. Back to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harden. And that one's good. Leonard's got 21.
And I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Here's Irving. Jordan. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one's good. Leonard. He's got 23.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Leonard on the wing. Lets it go from deep. The shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving, good. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Man passes to Zubats. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. In the corner, Kennard with it. Nobody near Leonard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Zubats has got his first basket of the night.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Harden finds Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
What strength by DeAndre. Really love seeing him sky up for the thunderous slam.
A three from Leonard. No good. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. Back to the action after this word. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, they've got Jackson. Patrick Patterson is out there with Kawhi Leonard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low. Great positioning on the putback.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Tips it up, and it's Aldridge on the follow. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Rondo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Rondo is so tricky, consistently looking to take advantage of the defense being too physical with him.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Zubats. Here's Irving. The rebound by Patterson. Patterson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Irving passes to Claxton. Unloads from 13. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Now Rondo. Outside Batum. That one no good. Here's Irving. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Griffin passes to Claxton. Here's Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson.
We know he's one of the best offensive players in the league. What I've seen lately from Kyrie is an improvement in his focus on the defensive end.
George is checked in for Rajon Rondo. The 3 from George. The offensive rebound. Leonard the pass to George. Leonard dishes to George. Shot clock at 5. Off target from outside. Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. Here's Irving. Got a hand on it.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Jackson kicks to Batum. The 3 from George. Rebounded by the Nets.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
No problems knocking that one down.
What's nice about this in-between area for Kyrie, compared to going to the rim, he has a little more room to get his shot off.
Now, here's George. Cans it from downtown. George has got 27.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
It's deflected and taken away by Brown and finished off by Griffin.
Griffin is just fearless. I mean, a guy who is not scared of anything. That was ridiculous.
The deep 3 from George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
You know, when you're raining threes, you can stack up points in a hurry, but it can go the other way as well.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
1:29 left here in the fourth quarter. And Leonard puts it up from deep three. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
And how many times throughout the course of the evening did he make a momentum-changing play? I thought his relentlessness really keyed their success.
And here's George for three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And a wide open look for Irving. The three-pointer off the mark. And here's Leonard from three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference. Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brown against George. Jacks up a three, and another three for the Clippers.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
From deep three-point range, that one doesn't drop. Irving from long range. That's good.
Can hit it outside, inside, and there you see Kyrie with the...
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Up next, thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. D.A.
Well, guys, I'm very...
You've certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. Green is out there with Harris. Then it's Jordan, and it's Irving in at shooting guard. Now here's Irving. Off target with his 3. And a wide open look for McCollum. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now here's Powell. Harden missing his last shot. The shot by Powell, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
It's good. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here is Harden. Portland making their last shot. Rebound by Nurkic.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Nobody near Lillard. Good on the 3-point shot. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Irving passes to Jordan. Count the basket.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Nets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Harden the pass to Green. Fires the 3. Let's keep it alive. Harden outside. On the wing, Irving. Back to Harden. Tries again. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got his second bucket tonight.
Oh, I love how Harden pulls once he gets the ball. If you play off him just a little bit, it'll cost you. Oh, and last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Now, here's Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Not going to go that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
Here is Harden following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Irving kicks to Harden. Irving against McCollum. For 3, Harris. Offensive rebound.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Lillard. 8 points for him. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Irving. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to Harden. It's good. This game is all even. Harden's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, even with contact, the defense isn't enough to slow Harden. I mean, just a guy who gets it done on his drives to the rack.
And that one's good, Lillard.
He's putting the hammer down. Dominant quarter for him, trying to push out that lead.
Irving looking over the floor, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Trailblazers leading by 3. A good look from McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Irving against McCollum. Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Now, here's Lillard. 11 points in the game. That one from long range. Lillard's got 14 points for the game.
Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
Poke loose. Covington with the steal. Irving against McCollum. Lillard outside.
I thought that one was going to go down. The mid-range jumpers, oh, man, that's usually a bunny with the D playing soft like that.
And so it's And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for Portland, they've got Norman Powell. Anthony is out there with Ennis Cantor. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Takes the 13-footer. Portland grabs the miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
Now, here is Irving. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket.
Here's Jones. Oh, that was something else.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Brooklyn with the ball. Portland making their last shot. Irving. That one good for 2. Irving's got his first points of the game.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
To the wing right side. Here's Simons, and he jams it with authority.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Claxton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Anthony. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jones. Aldridge with some nice D.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. He clearly has something left to offer.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws. And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Here is Harden, following the score by Damian Lillard. Out to Harris, pass to Aldridge. Ball's knocked loose, stolen by Cantor. Here's Lillard. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now it's an 8-point Portland lead. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. Just 5 on the clock. Now here's Covington. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lets the three fly. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Nurkic is checked in. Harden scanning the floor. To the paint. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
He's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Lillard from outside. Pass to McCollum. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. 5 on the clock. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Now we're seeing the very best of Lillard tonight. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife of an offensive player. I mean, he's got a tool for every job.
Now here's Harden. He's got 8. He feeds it to Griffin. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Griffin's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Lillard from deep three-point land. With the putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of the...
Oh, he hit it!
Oh,
he hit it!
What a great shot!
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 20 points and 1 rebound. And that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Now, here is Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either. Lillard up top, guarded by Harden.
And Green's defense, very important to this team's success. The way he gets up in the face of whoever he's guarding, it becomes infectious to the rest of his guys.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kyrie Irving. Lillard from outside gets it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 25 points.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's Nurkic. It's Powell on the wing. Puts up a 3. Here's Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Here is Harden. The Blazers getting the bucket, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Harden the pass to Claxton. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
This is why you can trust Harden to run your offense. He's fantastic at realizing when to dish it.
Anthony in the corner. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Powell kicks to Cantor. Outside Anthony. Clock at 4. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Cantor's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
Here's Cantor, following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive. And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Here's Simons. And there's the feed to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Brooklyn with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Here's Harden. It's tipped.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Second shot opportunity. Harden, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Jones, and Jones slams it home.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's Harden. Not a lot of room. Out of bounds. Next ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Last thing they want to be doing right now is giving away possessions. I mean, turnovers can kill you in this kind of game.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. Lillard from deep three-point land, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game neither team. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. Here's Anthony, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Over Irving. And it's Lillard missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic awesome at slamming misses.
Irving dishes to Aldridge. Sweet move. They recover it. Lillard against Irving. Clock at 6. And the shot goes in. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
A good decision maker. He looks to make the right plays. Irving's contributions on the glass, they don't go unnoticed.
And a deep three from Lillard. It's hauled in by Harris. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Here's Griffin. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
I mean, the playmaking skills of Irving, a great passer. I mean, a high IQ player.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The Trailblazers with the new shot clock. Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Lillard's got 27.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Harris. And James Harden has subbed in for Bruce Brown. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell's checked in.
Oh, what hustle from Harden. Just sprinting down the floor in transition, finding a great shot as a result.
High post, Nurkic. To the middle. Griffin with the steal. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the basket is good.
I mean, and these are the kinds of shots this team expects Harden to hit regularly. I mean, just such a talented offensive player.
Harden no good on the free throw. Trailblazers trail by 4. And it goes down 2 points.
Gotta like how calm McCullough is. Even in big parts of the game, you can depend on him to step his game up.
There's the pass to Luau. Back to Harden. Passes it to Aldridge. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Aldridge has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
A proven commodity. Aldridge wants the ball during these moments. Loves being the guy to take that big shot.
Lillard from outside. That one's not going to go. And Brooklyn will come the other way. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Harden left side. Feeds it to Griffin. It's Harden with the drive.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
And finished off by Nurkic.
Now, this is what you want from Nurkic. A fearless player who welcomes the chance to take important shots.
Harden with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
He's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden is so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Luau.
He wants the ball. They want him to have the ball. And as usual, he comes through in the clutch.
Harden the pass to Jordan. In the corner, Irving with it. Shot clock at 6. Back to Jordan. But they get it back. There's Green with the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's in!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. It's Harden with the drive. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Nurkic.
It's winning time. Harden knows his job description.
Now Lillard. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Stolen by Harden. Misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.